Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel, and today we are starting a new series called the coaching series. So this is going to be an opportunity for me to tell you about all the coaching that I've done before, for you guys to ask me some questions. So we've got lots of videos planned, but today is going to be about how to get into coaching. Now this is something that I get asked lots of times on Instagram. How did you get into coaching? What can I do to get in? And so I thought it'd be a great idea to share some of my knowledge in this video, share some of my hints and tips of how you can get into coaching yourself, let you know my journey, and let you know the different stages that you can go through to get into coaching yourself. Hope you enjoy it, and if you do, remember to like, subscribe and leave a comment below. Let's get going. So first off, let me tell you about my journey into coaching. It's a bit of a long one, so make sure you are comfy and you are ready. I started my coaching journey when I was about 13 years old at my local netball club in Hertfordshire, Hertford Netball Club. I was really lucky in that the coaches, the senior coaches there, were so supportive, and they wanted to develop the club with its players so that it could have as many coaches as they could, and that's where I started. And I was just helping out coaching, I think it was maybe the under 8 or the under 9 age group. I knew nothing about coaching, I just loved netball, and I knew that I wanted to coach as well because I'd been so inspired by the coaches that I had seen. That's where I started, and kind of that formed my journey for the next maybe 6 or 7 years. From that club, I progressed with that age group until they were probably under 13, under 14. And as the years went on, I started to lead a little bit more coaching, and instead of just being assisting, I would take parts of the session, so maybe the warm-up or some of the coaching session as well, which is really great. And through that, I managed to learn what type of coach I was and how to coach as well. And it was great because there was no pressure, and it was literally just do what you could, and the club supported me through that. So I will be forever grateful to that netball club for helping me in that first stepping stone into coaching. From there, I also supported through doing my level 1 coaching course. Now this is a coaching course that allows you to assist a more experienced coach in your club. And it gave me some real kind of basic knowledge of the game and basic understanding of how to coach the game. And I did that when I would think I was about 16, so quite young. That's the youngest that you can do it. I also did my umpiring award through that as well. I haven't pursued umpiring, it's really not for me, but I do think that it really helped in helping me to understand the game. So once I'd had 1 qualification and I was going through 6th form, I signed up to be part of the Activate camps. These were great because they were summer camps and Easter camps, which allowed me to practice my coaching. And what was even more amazing about them is that they would have star players, I don't know why I did those, they were star players, come for a day to help with coaching. So through that I learned how Tracy Neville coached, Tamsin Greenway, Serena Guthrie, to name a few, and it really allowed me to see how coaching can be different. So that was really great, and it got me coaching in lots of different schools, lots of different areas, and it really helped me to kind of gain loads of experience in a short space of time, just kind of in the space of a summer in most instances. Then went to university, so I went to the University of Essex, and whilst I was there I became the netball development officer for the netball squad. So this meant that I went to lots of different primary schools and delivered some coaching sessions there to help form connections between the university and the local area. The university also supported me through my level 2 qualification. Now the level 2 allows you to coach on your own, so this was vital because it meant that I could lead sessions on my own, and as well as that it gave me loads more knowledge on how to coach the game, how to develop sessions over a 6-week period, to help develop players. So that was really crucial as well. I obviously was playing at a higher level when I was at university, which was crucial to helping with my coaching, and it allowed me to form so many crucial connections, which is number 1 tip for coaching, that you need to network and you need to talk to people and find out what other people are about and listen to them and form those connections, because you never know when you're going to need a netball friend. From university, I, through one of those connections, managed to get a job as a sports grad in an independent school in Suffolk. And here I was specialising in netball, so again I had loads more experience. I again got to learn from different coaches. The Suffolk County training was at my school as well, so I was able to go there and kind of watch how they trained. I wasn't anything to do with the coaching, but I just used to watch and kind of write down everything that I saw. From this grad job I went on to become a teacher, and I didn't become a PE teacher as many people think. I'm actually an English teacher. So my netball played second best whilst I was learning to do that. However, I did find lots of jobs in and around the local area for netball coaching that I used to do after school. So I did a back to netball in Stevenage, and then I also took on the job as the head coach at Harpenden Netball Club. I saw them progress into the regional division, which was amazing. They were so great to train because they were so committed, willing and wanting to get into that regional division. I then became head of netball at an independent school in North London, which is where I am now. So this is my third year here developing the netball. I'm now a head coach for the North West London hub at London Pulse, which is amazing. And unfortunately, because of the circumstances at the moment, I haven't even met the girls, but we've done lots of training online, and I'm really excited to be able to see them in January. It's so great to coach players that are so kind of invested in the game and wanting to be their very best. It gives me an opportunity to really work them hard, but they see the results as well. Coaching with London Pulse has been one of my kind of best experiences of coaching to date, and I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of how we can develop that and where it will lead me. I then obviously created my own performance coaching business in lockdown. So in April 2020, Netball Excellence Training was born. I want to develop players to be the best that they possibly can be, whether it be that they are just back to netballers and they want to be able to excel and keep playing, or they are a youth player and they want to go up the ranks through the hubs into the programs. Whatever the standard, I just want to see development. I want to work with committed players that are looking to get to the next level of their game. I'm also now just starting my level 3 course, which is the highest qualification that you can have in the sport. Going to go on to talk about that in a moment, so stay tuned. So what is your route into coaching? This is what I get asked so many times, so let me tell you. First of all, the most important thing when it comes to coaching is that you get experience. It's not about being qualified. It's not about being the best you can be. It's just about getting out there and going for it. Nobody is perfect. Everyone has to start somewhere. England Netball even follow the 70-20-10 model, which says that 70% of your kind of development and learning as a coach comes from doing. So you go into those sessions and you practice in your coaching. 20% comes from learning from other coaches, and only 10% comes from actual learning courses. So things like your qualifications and things like your CPD opportunities. So the best advice I can ever give anybody is just to go for it. Be brave, step that first foot on the court and try out your coaching. You can start with just a warm up, then go on to some sessions, and then go on to whole sessions as well. It's the best way to learn, hands down. And then once you've got a little bit of practice, you need to decide what type of coaching you like, what age group you like to coach, and what development you like to coach. There are 5 different development strands that England Netball point out. The first one is a children's coach, and they have their Busy Bee program for this. So this would be coaching children under the age of 10. The second one is sustaining participation. So this is when you might be working in primary schools and secondary schools to help sustain that participation on a mass scale. Moving on from that, we have our adult coaches. So this is where you might be coaching local leagues, regional leagues, prem leagues, county leagues, things like that, working with adults and young players to help develop their game. Stepping on from that, they then have the performance development program and the elite coaching. So this is thinking of the hubs, Roses Academy and other academies that England Netball have, working up into the franchises and England Netball itself. The important thing to remember is no matter where you start, you can always progress by practicing, learning and developing your skills. So you've practiced some coaching and you've decided that you quite like it. Where do we go from there? How do you get qualified? Now, there are 3 qualifications that you can take for netball, which allow you to become a qualified coach to work in different strands of participation. There's a level 1 coaching award, a level 2 coaching award, and a level 3 coaching award, and I'm going to go into each of those now. The level 1 coaching award, run by UKCC Coaching, will allow you to assist coaching. So it's not a lead role, it will allow you to assist coaching. You can take this award at the age of 16, and it's a 2-day course where you'll be learning the basics of the game, learning the basics of coaching, and develop a bit of an understanding of how to coach best under the England Netball kind of rules. Like I said, it's a 2-day course with a little bit of paperwork. It's a great way into coaching to helping you to gain that confidence, but it's not necessary if you've already got lots of experience. In fact, but you can skip the level 1 course course if you've got a minimum of 2 years experience, and you can go straight into the level 2. Level 2 course can be taken if you've got those 2 years of experience or you've already got a level 1 qualification. And the level 2 qualification will allow you to lead your own sessions. It's a 5-day course, so it's often taken over the course of 2 weekends plus 1 assessment day, and it requires some paperwork as well, which is all done online now, which is fantastic. On this course, they will teach you how to develop a coaching plan over a 5-session period. They will teach you how to monitor and evaluate performance, and also teach you how to self-evaluate your own coaching so that you can develop. This is a great way for you to get into coaching, to be able to lead your own sessions. So if you want to take a lead role in a club or at a school, then a level 2 will be needed. If you're looking to pursue a career in coaching or just a sideline in coaching, you must get that level 2 award in order to be able to coach on your own. And finally, we have the level 3 award, and this award is all about performance. So you have to go through quite a big process in applying for your level 3, and you have to have quite a lot of experience before you can do this in coaching. You also have to have your level 2. It is an 8-day course, but it can take up to 3 years to complete, and that's because of the amount of paperwork and planning that goes into the whole qualification. It's not just about what you learn at the weekends, but it's also about the things that you do behind the scenes. So it teaches you how to build and plan sessions over the course of a year, including their pre-season, their on-season, their off-season stages, and show evidence of that. You also learn how to put together your yearly plan, things about coaching language, coaching style, coaching ethos, player development, team development, and player analysis and game analysis. I've just started it myself, and I've absolutely loved the sessions that we've been delivered, and I'm really looking forward to the extra opportunities that level 3 coaching might be able to give to me, because I am looking to move into more elite coaching in the future. But if it's not just the qualifications you're looking for and you just want to develop your coaching, there are so many opportunities for CPD and personal development around the netball world. So England Netball do loads of amazing courses, as well as independent coach education. If you're just looking to develop your understanding of the game, perhaps you've already got your level 2, you're not interested in doing your level 3, but you just want to learn a bit more, go and have a Google, look at some courses. I've never ever been disappointed in a course that I've been on, so make sure you book yourself up. So, as I've already mentioned, I'm currently doing my UKCC Level 3 award, and I'm so excited about doing this because I've honestly had this on my life to-do list since I was probably about 18. I knew that I wanted to do my Level 3. So our course started in September, which with the COVID situation at the moment meant that it was all online. Now, this was quite daunting at first because I'm very much a face-to-face learner, but I must say it's been absolutely fantastic. We've got a great cohort of coaches, and we even have a WhatsApp group, and we are texting each other about different ideas and different courses and netball related things on there all the time. It's so great to have such a supportive team because, as I said before, this course can take up to 3 years to complete. So knowing that there are a bunch of women with me going through the same process that I can ask questions and be completely transparent with is so important. On top of that, our tutors are so supportive. They are available to us over email and through the online system where we submit our coursework. So far, I mean, I'm only a few months in, but so far I found them so helpful, and really they're going to save me when it gets through getting through this mammoth task that's in front of me. We've already had our 3 weekends, obviously all virtually, and we've learned so much about development of players, development of coaching strategies on there, as well as being encouraged to reflect on our own coaching style. You no longer have to be coaching elite in order to qualify for the level 3. You just need to have consistent coaching experience. I'm really excited when, hopefully, fingers crossed, the season starts in September. I'm going to be able to put all this knowledge into play. I'm so excited to continue learning on this level 3 course. What also is great about it is that they really encourage us to take any CPD opportunities that we can, and actually it's a key role in being able to pass your course as well, that you need to show that you've been out there and learned about coaching rather than just doing your level 3. So I'm really excited about doing the level 3, and probably in 3 years time, hopefully I will be able to call myself a level 3 qualified coach. So that's all about my coaching journey. On Instagram and Facebook, I put out a poll about any questions you guys have about getting into coaching. So in the next section, we are going to be having a Q&A where I'm going to read out some of your questions and hopefully give you some advice. So the first question is, did you find it difficult to find jobs in netball? This is a hard one because I feel like I'm quite a bubbly person and I'm a very talkative person. So I'm really kind of confident in kind of putting myself out there and asking for work. But I would say that there are always opportunities to volunteer, and although sometimes if you're looking for paid work, this might seem a bit kind of useless, it's actually really important because it allows you to network. Being able to have those jobs at your local club, at your local school, even if it is just volunteering, might allow you to open up for paid opportunities in the future. The biggest tip I can give you is just be confident in your own abilities, sell yourself, know your worth, and seek out those job opportunities. England Netball website is really good for letting you know different opportunities, so definitely get yourself on the jobs list there. Aside from that, local councils can be good at putting up job opportunities in coaching as well, and if you're looking for jobs in school, TES, so TES, is always a great place to start. The second question I've got is, how do you develop from being a grassroots coach to the hubs? And I presume this is a reference to kind of the London Pulse hub work that I do. So the first thing that I think is so important is just to ask and network. Be friends with coaches, be friends with other players, and talk about what you want out of your coaching, and eventually the opportunities will come there. I think the more transparent you are in where you want to get to, the more likely you are going to be given opportunities. So just take every opportunity as you can with open arms and say yes to as much as you can, and let people know what you're about, because it really does help, especially when those opportunities come up. The next question that I've got is, what age can you start coaching? So as I've already said, I started when I was about 13. You can't legally lead a session until you're over 18, but that doesn't mean that you can't assist before that. So if you are a young player and you are looking into getting into coaching, go to your club or go to your school and ask if you can assist in session. There are always opportunities, and us coaches, we always need help, okay? So be brave and ask. There's no limit on the age that you can start coaching, but you can't lead a session on your own legally until you are over 18. Final question that I've got is, how do you find ideas for your coaching? Now, I've been around the block a little bit, and I'm quite confident in creating my own kind of drills and practices, and it's actually what I love to do. But there are loads of free resources online that you can access to help you with your planning. First of all, Netball Excellence Training. We have lots of free videos on our YouTube and our social pages that you can use to inspire your coaching, and we also have, in the new year, lots of plans that you can buy as a coach, as a player, to help you with your own training, so make sure you check out our website. But there are also lots of free tools online. England Netball have some amazing session plans. Just go onto their coaching page and you'll be able to find them, from defence, attack, shooting, court development. You ask, they've got it, so that's a great place to look. But with experience, you will be able to develop and adapt your own ideas. One thing I always did is, whenever I went to training myself or to coach or to any kind of other people's coaching, I'd always take my notebook with me. I've got about 50 of these now. And I'd take them with me and I'd scribble down all the session plans that I'd learn. If I liked a drill, I'd ask why they were doing it. That's really important. Don't just copy a drill because it looks good. Ask what the reason is for it, because if there's not a reason behind your drill or your practice, then your players probably aren't going to get much out of it. I'd jot it down, and I would look to use it in my own coaching maybe later that week, or I just store it in my memory for another time. So finally, I'm going to give you some of my 4 top tips for coaching. Like I said, I've been around the block a few times, so hopefully these will help you, especially if you're just starting to get into coaching. These will help you to develop some ideas, feel confident, and take that first step. Top tip number 1 is to listen. You will learn so much just from listening to other coaches, whether they are more experienced or even the same level as you. We all have different ideas, we all have different ethoses. So if we listen and learn, we can help to develop our own coaching, develop our own mindset, and then become better coaches as well. Top tip number 2 is to be brave, especially when you're starting out your coaching journey. It can be really nerve-wracking when your lead coach turns to you and says, can you do the warm-up today, or can you plan a defensive drill for next week? It can put you into major fright zone. However, nobody is looking to prove you wrong, so be confident in your abilities, ask for help if you need it, and just get out there and do it. It's like ripping off a plaster. Once you've done it once, you'll catch the bug and you'll be able to learn from any mistakes that you've made, and you will be even better the next time. Top tip number 3 is to take all the opportunities that you can get. Whether it's a CPD opportunity to go on a course to develop your coaching, whether it's just watching another coach, whether it's watching a different level of play than you are used to. All of these opportunities will help you to develop that coaching mindset and learn about the game, which is going to help you to improve as a coach as well. And finally, top tip number 4 is to network. People are so important, and I'm a big believer in it's not always what you know, but it's who you know. So tell everyone and their dog what your goals are, where you want to get to in your coaching, ask them for help, ask them for opportunities, and always be friendly, because you never know when you're going to need that netball friend. Okay guys, that's it from me today in the first episode of our coaching series, How to Get Into Coaching. I hope that you've enjoyed it and that you found some of the information useful. I'd love to know what you thought about it, so put down in the comments below anything else that you'd like to see from this series, and remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hopefully I'll see you soon.